Game Chat with Bwana, episode 45, coming at you right now.
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
It's Game Chat with Bwana, episode 45, coming at you right now. Game Chat with Bwana, episode 45. We are here live at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We're doing it here again. We missed last week because my internet decided to explode and combust into a pile of dirt. This said pile of dirt sat there for 4 days, and I was like, I have no internet. What am I going to do with my face? And here we are, a week later, with internet, with face, and with Game Chat with Bwana, because here at Game Chat with Bwana, what we do is we talk about the last 7 days of gaming news. We scour the internets, the interwebs, and we find all of those stories, and we say, is this story worthy of Game Chat with Bwana? Is it worthy of it? Let's put it to the litmus test, and we take that story, and then we dip it into a vial of lemon juice. And then if it comes out purple, then it is worthy of Game Chat with Bwana, because lemon juice and Game Chat with Bwana go together like peas in a pod. You heard it here first, folks. And then what we do is that we go through those stories that we find throughout the week and we talk about them. And then towards the end of the show, we talk about what you guys find, because you have your own litmus tests. You take your own stories that you find on the internet and you dip them in a vat of peanut butter juice. And if it comes out a certain color, whatever color you decide that it comes out to be, then that story is worthy of your submission to Game Chat with Bwana. And then we all talk about it. And then we go, wow, lemon juice and peanut butter juice really are some great tests for good stories. And we're proud of this Game Chat with Bwana. And then you guys pour your energy into a title and you say, litmus test of lemon juice and peanut butter juice. Oh my goodness, where am I going with all this nonsense? You guys come up with stories, and then we come up with title time. And then title time, you guys come up with a great, snazzy title that has to do with a lot of what we're talking about. It's like little witty titles. And then a Game Chat with Bwana, we vote within the chat. And you guys go, hey, I think I like that peanut butter juice, lemon juice title. So we're going to go with that. And then we post that. And that's the Game Chat with Bwana. We do it every Monday night here at live.bwana.tv, 6 p.m. Eastern. Try to compensate for, the European crowd, which are like staying up late. I apologize to the West Coast crowd. You guys are still at work, some of you. And the East Coast crowd, you may be on your way home from work or from school or doing whatever you may do. So Game Chat with Bwana, episode 45, coming at you right now. Stay tuned and let's do it. And for our first story, we're going to talk about Ace Attorney 5. Objection! I can't do it. Objection! Point. Objection! Very, very popular game. Ace Attorney 5. You guys have probably seen the meme or the character from it, and he's pointing at the witness or somebody. He goes, objection! It's one of these great games that I've seen played a lot. I haven't played it myself, but it is very, very popular. But if you're into this series, Ace Attorney 5 has been announced. No real details on platform or date, but Ace Attorney 5 is going to be released. And I was like, well, I probably should talk about that on Game Chat with Bwana, because I'm quite sure some of you play this game. It's one of those whodunit type games. And, if you're into mystery games, I grew up playing Clue and, Risk. Risk is not really the type of game. I'm thinking about Clue, and one of those whodunit things. Like you got all the clues and, you like talking to people, you interview people. Heavy Rain is one of the modern, well, perhaps I shouldn't say that. Heavy Rain is somewhat kind of close, but not exactly. But it's one of those whodunits mystery games, kind of an RPG type of feel to it if you haven't seen it. The real name is called Gyakuten Saiban. We call it Ace Attorney here in the United States and in probably Canada and other English-speaking parts of the world. Check it out, guys. This is over on DualShockers.com. They got the details. Ace Attorney 5 has been announced. Those of you who are into it are probably going to play it. Another announcement, which I found kind of freaking hilarious, was Megaman and Pac-Man have been confirmed as playable characters in Street Fighter X Tekken. I couldn't believe it until I saw it. Yeah, I'm like, Pac-Man? Pac-Man has no arms. Pac-Man has no legs. And Mega Man I can understand. But then when I read the story and I looked down, they're actually going to use the original cover version of Mega Man. Kind of looks like the Tron dude from YouTube, but with yellow and blue. It's going to be Street Fighter X Tekken for me forever. I'm not going to say cross. Except for that one time I just said it. Street Fighter X Tekken forever. There's nothing you could do about it. But yeah, this is quite the amazing. We're going to watch this, actually. I don't care. We're going to watch this. Let's watch this video. Check this out. Look, there's Mega Man. They look like the Tron dude.
This is my destiny. Here it comes.
There's Pac-Man. Now Pac-Man's gonna be on top of I forgot the name of him. Starts with an M. So he's not actually going to be exposed. And they got Preorder or whatever. You see Pac-Man's. Okay, he does come out of the suit and he does have arms and legs. Confirmed playable characters in Street Fighter X Tekken. I found that quite interesting, and they're going to have the other characters as well. So the name of the thing is Mokujin. That's the name of it. Mokujin is going to be the thing that Pac-Man's going to be writing. I just said, wow. This is probably a game I'm going to buy, though, because I'm a huge fan of both titles, Street Fighter and Tekken. I'm probably going to get Tekken X Street Fighter and Street Fighter X Tekken. And I'm going to say X, and you guys are going, ugh. Every time I say X instead of cross, I bet people are just like, ugh, ow, ow. It's like I'm shooting darts at your face. Like I got a blow dart gun. I'm just going, X, X, X. You go, ugh. Ow! Street Fighter X Tekken. Look at that Pac-Man the Mega Man. Check it out, guys. This is over on GamerFit Nation. That's quite the URL. GamerFitNation.com. They got the details over there. Now, let's talk about one of the more exciting stories that I found that I was really excited about. Rayman Origins. This platformer is one that I do have on my list of games to get. But now I'm kind of glad I waited because I was going to buy it for the PS3. Rayman Origins is coming to PC. And it is definitely going to be on my list of things to purchase again. And you're going to get Rayman 2 as a free pre-order bonus. If you haven't seen this game, if you haven't seen Rayman Origins, you have to check out the footage. Check out some reviews. Check out some gameplays. Come over to Twitch, see if somebody's playing it. It is a great looking platformer. Very funny. Got a lot of different comedic elements in it. And if you're a fan of Rayman, you're definitely going to like the series. This blue guy here, yeah, blue guy. That's what I'm talking about, blue guy. PC is going to be coming March the 29th. So if you pre-order it, you'll get Rayman 2. So you got till March 29th. To do so. Check it out, guys. This is over on DualShockers.com. They got the details. Rayman Origins is coming to PC. And you get Rayman 2 as a bonus. Now, let's talk about the big elephant for this week. There's two of them, actually. The first elephant is Final Fantasy XIII-2, which is slated to be released January 31st, which is tomorrow. There are going to be several midnight releases across the country, so you might, if you come over to twitch.tv, you will probably see some people playing the English version of it. Now, this game's been out in Japan for quite a while, so there's actually been streams of it being played, the Japanese version, but, you kind of don't understand anything anybody says unless you understand Japanese. But you get to see some of the gameplay elements. You get to see some of the visuals. So you kind of got an early peek. So 13-2 is going to be a sequel to 13, following the premise of the Final Fantasy sequels. Because as some of you may or may not know, Final Fantasy doesn't really have any kind of linkage between each version. It's like every Final Fantasy is independent of the previous. They just bring in certain elements like chocobos and moogles and things like that. So Final Fantasy 13-2 coming out tomorrow. Looks to be a promising title. I will be playing it. I have the collector's edition on pre-order. So stop by the stream tomorrow and you can check me out. So this story has to do with that game. Final Fantasy 13's Lightning, one of the main characters, the female hero, if you will, she's going to be added as a playable character in 13-2. Because as it stands, Lightning is not really a playable character per se. I think you got some cutscenes and things, some quick time events where you get to control her, but not like you did in 13. 13-2 primarily consists of this new guy and the character named Sarah. So DLC is coming to 13-2, and there's also a trailer which highlights some of the features of 13-2. If you're curious as to the differences between 13 and 13-2, this video does a decent job of showing you some of the things that they added to the game. So check it out, guys. Lightning is coming in the form of DLC. So I was like, wow, they're really going to push the DLC thing with Final Fantasy. Now, up until now, you guys will correct me on this, I do not know of or have seen or have even heard of a Final Fantasy DLC. Some sort of downloadable content. Usually Final Fantasy updates come in the form of expansions and -2s and verses and repackaging. The DLC thing, I don't think has been in Final Fantasy. So if you're not familiar with -2, they're adding hats. Yeah, I played the demo on the PS3 last week, and you get hats because you can catch monsters like Pokemon. Blink, blink. You wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Hats. You can get hats for your monsters that you capture. You can also get different costumes and things. Novelty, little things that they're going to be adding to the game. Because in the game, you only fight with 2 characters, and you can use a monster as your third character. You capture these monsters, and you can fight with them. And you can hook them up. Now, I gotta say, I squealed like a schoolgirl when I saw a hat on the thing. I'm sorry. I did. I was like, look at that. You thought I was going to go high pitch, didn't you? Wow, that monster has a nice looking hat. I want more hats. I want more monsters. It's got that collectability addiction type thing to it like you had in Pokemon. But the monsters do add certain skill sets and things like that. They're going to help you get through the game. So I found it very, very interesting. Very, very interesting that Square Enix is going the way of DLC. That they're going to add some downloadable content with the Lightning Pack. And they're probably going to add costumes. They're probably going to add hats. Things like that, guys. Check this out. This is over on joystick.com. They got the details over there about Final Fantasy 13 going the DLC route with lightning stuff and possibly hats.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
Now, let's move over to some gooder news. Because gooder is a word. Let me peanut butter juice land. Gooder news. Remember we talked about the guys at GDC. Or GDC. I'm thinking about the Game Developers Conference. GSC. Closing their doors. And everybody was like, oh no, Stalker's gonna die. Stalker 2 is gonna die. It was originally supposed to come out this year. And, everybody was sad. So the good news is that the developers have not given up. Even though the studio has officially closed, they are still in the process of looking for funding to get this game underway. But it's not going to come out in 2012. They kind of posted that on their official Twitter, that they are still working on it, that they are going to still look for funding. They're not going to give up on it, but it's not going to be out this year. So we're going to be following this one very closely. They probably should recruit Reddit.com. They seem to know how to get money from people for good causes. So it'll be a Reddit-funded game or something. But they are going to be continuing to making the game. Stalker 2 may come out. Now, you haven't played Stalker before. There's a couple games out you can try. They're fairly cheap. Stalker, Call of Pripyat, and Stalker. I can't remember the other one. You guys are going to kill me. Call of Pripyat and the other one. Pripyat and the other one. I just called the other one Stalker. That's why I never remember that. But, Call of Pripyat and Stalker 1, if you will. It's definitely something you should check out. It kind of reminds me of the Fallout series. Post-apocalyptic RPG shooter, if you will. Kind of falls in that genre. But I think there's some differences that you'll notice right off the bat when you play this. And if you play Fallout, you'll notice some differences when you play the Stalker series. It is a very, 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 very good game. Check it out, guys. This is over on multiplayerblog.mtv.com. Shadows of Chernobyl. Thank you. And I also forgot about Clear Sky in the chat. They're telling me. Yeah, Shadows of Chernobyl. I thought about Call of Pripyat, but I completely forgot about Clear Sky. This is over on multiplayerblog.mtv.com. They got the details over there. Stalker 2 is definitely still being worked on. Now, Nintendo. Ow. Nintendo. I might have to search the web for some quotes, because first let me tell you what this article is about. Nintendo has announced that they're going to come out with a new online gaming network. Yeah, they're going to come out with a new online gaming network similar to Xbox Live and PSN. So now that I've told you that, let's talk a little bit about history. Because we as gamers confronted Nintendo and says, hey, you guys really need to consider beefing up your online play. You really need to consider getting some kind of an Xbox Live competitor or some sort of a PSN competitor. Nintendo's response was, well, we feel games are best played amongst friends and family. I gotta find that. I know they said that. I gotta find that quote. We feel that games are best played with friends and family. It provides a richer experience. So while we do have online capability, we do not want to pursue this at this time. So then they came out with these patchy piecemeal things like the friend codes that everybody loathes. And Monster Hunter Tri came out and did some online stuff, which was actually pretty decent. But it was like segmented. It wasn't cohesive. It wasn't as intertwined like Xbox Live is, and in some ways PSN is. So the new Nintendo, the one that's losing money, has decided to go this route, starting with the 3DS and the WiiU. And what they're going to do is they're going to focus on online gameplay, not only online gameplay, but they're going to focus on downloadable titles, digital downloadable titles. And they said I think they said the 3DS already has this capability, so that when this network, this online network, Nintendo's gaming network does come out, they'll be able to just flip a switch and be able to use it. Now, the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant to be excited about this, because Nintendo, they can be a little arrogant sometimes. In the same way that I think that Apple is arrogant. They have an idea that what their customers like, and their customers love it, and they stick by it no matter what. Same is true for Apple when you compare technology. Apple has a way of doing things, and they stick by it no matter what, and their customers love it. And Nintendo in the gaming industry does things a certain way. Kind of in the past, I mean, they've kind of departed from what everybody else is doing. Remember, it took them a while to get off cartridges. Everybody else was moving towards disc, and they were like, no, load times are too slow. We're going to stick with cartridges. And, no, we're not going to focus on online gaming because we want you to play in the same room with people. And no. In some ways, they seem to lag behind in certain features and things like that, kind of like Apple does, but they try to do certain things right. And I think that's why a lot of people wanted Apple and Nintendo to kind of merge, because they have similar mindsets in that regard. But I'm a little bit hesitant to get excited, because Nintendo can be arrogant. And if they're going to do this, I got a feeling it's going to be limited in some form, like very limited in some form or fashion. But we're going to continue to talk about Nintendo. So check this story out, guys. We got the details over on flarevine.com. Big news that Nintendo has announced their online gaming network, which is going to be coming out, probably debuting alongside the Wii U later this year. So check it out. Now, while we're talking about Nintendo, now how are you going to pay for this stuff? Nintendo, was one of the last companies, or if I don't know, there might be other companies out there that they don't save your credit card information. They make it pretty hard to buy things on your store, which I don't know, may or may not affect the sales. Who knows? But what they're going to do for the Wii U is that they're going to introduce something new that you may have seen called near field communications. You guys ever seen those keychains that some gas stations have where you just wave it across a sensor and it takes credit from it? That's kind of what NFC is. That's kind of what near field communications is. And what Nintendo is going to be doing is, this is apparently technology that's been used in Japan quite a bit. People use, I think they got their cell phones set up for this kind of stuff, where you can just wave your phone or wave a wallet or a credit card or some sort of a thing, something, to some sensor somewhere, and it will just automatically deduct money from it. It's something that makes me a little bit scared. Because I've watched a lot of TV in my day, and I've even read about some of this technology. And pickpockets are digital now. You don't steal somebody's wallet because of these chips they're putting in the cars. You can just walk by with a scanner and boop, you got their card. And who's to say that somebody can't hack this? Identity theft is quite easy, actually, with the current methods that people are using. Like social engineering and things like that. And it's really, I'm not going to say it's easier to steal it this way, but I think it's going to be a little bit more convenient to, once the technology is available, they're probably going to sell the technology online, and it could get out of hand. So I'm taking a pessimistic attitude with this. Now, it's very convenient, very cool tech. I can't deny that. But can you also imagine kids taking their mommy's purse and just like walking up to the Nintendo and going, boop. You're grounded for 17,000 years. No. If you want to get married, you'll get married in the basement. You little, You know how it's going to go. How are you going to discipline your children, whether it be ground them for 17,000 years or take away their peanut butter juice? You have added. WiiU is going to be using near-field communications for easy online processing of purchases. Little bit scared about this one, y'all. Check it out. This is over on arstechnica.com. They got the details over there about this particular story. Now, let's talk about the Xbox 360. This came by way of Kotaku. Kotaku said that, wow, the next Xbox 360 may block us from playing used games. And at first I was like, I was like gasp. But then I got to thinking about it. So? You know why I said so? Because I'm kind of used to it. Because I use Steam. What they're talking about here is exactly what Steam does. Is that you tie a game to your gamer tag. So that once you buy the game, it's tied to your gamer tag and you can't take it somewhere else. So in essence, you're marrying the game to your gamer tag, which I do all the time right now. So this is not new to me. I mean, and this may take the place of online passes. We talked about online passes a lot, where they're trying to stop the sale of used games. And I think a lot of you in the chat room, when we brought up that, said, why don't they just do like Steam does? We wouldn't have to use online passes. Like I said, it doesn't affect me because I don't buy used games as much as a lot of you all do. I know those of you who primarily depend on their used game and rental game market probably are going, I can't believe Microsoft is going to do this to me. I've given them millions of dollars in the 2 months I've been on Xbox Live, and they're going to do this to me? They're going to do this to me? Of all people on the planet, I've given you my life, Microsoft. How in the world are you going to take away my gamer flying thing that I use to rent games? No longer can I rent Call of Duty for 3 days and get 20th Prestige anymore, and not only paying $60 out. I don't want. What are you thinking, Microsoft? I hate you with everything in me. Why are you doing this to me? Mom, can I get an Xbox 720? That's probably how it's going to go. Yeah, I think you guys will get over it pretty fast. Oh boy. So check it out, guys. This is a rumor. It is not substantiated yet. Microsoft probably is going to issue some sort of a statement about this and basically confirm or deny it in some form or fashion. So check it out, guys. This is over on Xbox360.ign.com. They got the details over there. Check it out, and I go over there right now.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad blocking software.
Okay, guys, let's talk about Blizzard a little bit. Blizzard. There's not gonna be a Blizzcon in 2012. Oh no, they're doing this because the world gonna end. The Mayans were right. The Mayans were right. The Mayans were wrong. No, the Mayans were right. No Blizzcon for 2012. Oh no. What am I gonna do in the time frame that they have BlizzCon, that I usually go to California, wherever they have it, and conduct this BlizzCon? I'm not gonna be able to go. What am I gonna do? You'll be fine, because they're gonna have it in 2013. It's coming back in 2013. They're just gonna take a little bit of a hiatus in 2012 to work on things they got out. Basically, they're kind of overworked from what I got from this article. Blizzard says, well, we got a lot going on. And we are definitely going to be, working on the Kung Fu Panda patch for WoW. We're definitely going to be working on the next expansion for StarCraft, which is going to be called Heart of the Swarm. And we're also going to be working on Diablo 3. So we got a lot of stuff to work on this year. And also, as icing on the cake, what Blizzard wants to do is that they want to focus on promoting esports. Esports. If you don't know what esports is, it is electronic sports. Video games where you compete. I talk about it a lot on this show, where a lot of these players are so good that they compete professionally and they actually do make a living playing these games in public matches. Here at twitch.tv, we do a lot of casting of esports events where you see tournaments in StarCraft and tournaments in League of Legends and tournaments in Heroes of New Earth and tournaments of Call of Duty, and tournaments in Counter-Strike. All these different games that have tournaments, and Gears of War 3, they have tournaments with that. They got some professional players who play that game. So esports is really gaining a lot of steam. So Blizzard has been making a lot of money off of esports. I can tell you there's at least a billion people. Here comes the exaggeration. There's at least a billion people that have bought StarCraft because they wanted to be like Nest-T. They wanted to be like Slayer's Dragon, who's no longer with Slayers. They wanted to be like Liquid Hero. They wanted to be like EG's Huck and EG's Idra. They wanted to be like Artosis and Tasteless. So they went and bought StarCraft, and they placed in Bronze League, and they don't know how to do anything, and they're let down. But at the same time, Blizzard has their money. Blizzard has their $60. So I think Blizzard realized that they really need to capture this esports thing. It's going to really help them. It's going to help us. We're going to get a new form of entertainment. I mean, I watch more esports now than I watch real sports, if you will. I watched the Pro Bowl this past weekend, shaking my head half the time. I watched the Orlando Magic get destroyed, and I'm just like, why do I hate? Me and my brother were talking about it. Why do we hate? Why do I love teams that suck? Tangent. But Blizzard has confirmed no Blizzcon for 2012. They're going to work on the Battle.net 2012 Battle.net World Championship, and it's going to consist of, let's see, I think they said StarCraft and something else. World of Warcraft Arena. Yes, they're going to be working on StarCraft 2 and World of Warcraft Arena World Championship tournaments, which are probably their two biggest things that they have right now. So check it out, guys. This is over on gamerfront.com. They got the details over there about BlizzCon 2012 being canceled. Right at you. Now let's talk about that other MMO that you may or may not know about, TERA, which is one of the most hyped up action MMOs in the past few years. We've talked about other action MMOs like can't remember it, but we've talked about it. TERA is one of the ones where you're going to have a lot of real-time battling and lots of Diablo-esque style combat with MMO elements. And it's really popular over in Korea. So they're being sued by NCSoft. Now you're probably asking yourself, why in the world? How are they being? Why? What the deuce? Well, check this out. Apparently, NCSoft is accusing Bluehole Studio accusing them that they actually took assets from Lineage 3 and basically copied and pasted them and made this game called TERA. Because these guys who work at Bluehole Studio, they're former NCSoft employees. Now, at first, I was a little bit hesitant to believe this, but then I saw this, that they were actually convicted of stealing trade secrets in 2009. So they don't have a reputable track record, these guys behind TERA. And if you look at this screenshot, I think NCSoft submitted this, there's some similarities Not exactly the same, but there is definitely some similarities in the artwork and the assets that are there. So apparently NC Soft is trying to stop the TERA launch. That's supposed to come May 1st. Like I said, guys, I was a little bit, I was taking the side of TERA for a bit, but then I was like, man, they got convicted stealing trade secrets a couple years ago. And I like what I like what that they added this clarification in this article, and I'm glad that NC Soft admitted this. They said that, okay, the suit claims that Lineage was a huge MMO in Korea. Lineage sales and market shares have declined in Korea since the launch of TERA, and says the same thing can reasonably be anticipated in North America if the game is allowed to launch there. So their whole premise, their whole idea behind stopping this launch is that, well, they stole our assets, they stole our market share in Korea. Can you please help us stop them before they steal it in North America? I was looking forward to TERA. I was maybe going to buy it. It looked like a really decent game. But we may not see it in North America. They may have stolen everything associated with it. Check it out, guys. This is over in Escapist Magazine. They got the details over there about NC Soft suing over TERA. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about Minecraft. Minecraft Lego, which in itself is kind of like an inception statement.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't Minecraft kind of like Lego already? They took Minecraft's building things with blocks and, there's inspiration. Maybe it was taken from Lego, but now they're making Minecraft Legos. What are you doing with my brain?
Oh, gosh. So this was news a few weeks ago, and everybody was trying to get, I think there was some kind of things that were signing to get 10,000 supporters, and they got it in no time. So it's officially official that the guys at Lego are working on Minecraft Lego. Minecraft. The reason it's so inception-ish, is because when people see Minecraft, and when I show it to people, especially people of my age or higher, they're like, that looks like Legos. That looks like you're playing a Lego game. It looks like it's just a bunch of Lego with weather and stuff. I'm like, I guess you say that. And Lego had creepers, and yeah, Minecraft. So, Minecraft Lego. I think Penny Arcade had a pretty funny comic. There was some bad language in it, but it was pretty funny. He said, so Lego's making Minecraft. He was like, isn't that the same thing? He was like, no, it's not. He was like, yes, it is. It is the same thing. You build with blocks. But you know what? We're probably going to buy it. You are probably going to buy it. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. They got details over that. Now let's talk about the next Minecraft story. Minecraft is no longer indie? Le gasp. Le gasp. What are you talking about, boy? What you talking about, Willis? Well, you better bite your tongue now. Talk about Minecraft and Mojang are no longer indie. It's a good headline to catch your attention. But if you actually read the article, you'd be like, oh, well, yeah. So what has happened is that Notch has been quoted as saying, I don't think Mojang is indie, but then there's more. In the sense of how I used to work anymore. I don't think it's indie in the sense I used to work. And I'm going, oh, well, yeah, it's not the same because you're rich and you got a company. He says, because we have a payroll to worry about and we need to do stuff to ensure the company lasts. We have other stuff which influences what we do other than trying to focus on the games. We make sure me and Jacob are only focusing on game development so the founders are still developing. But as a company, I don't think we're indie in the sense that I used to mean it. But in the other sense of indie, as in we make games we want to play without having any external dependencies, then yeah, we're indie. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's kind of what I thought as well. But it kind of brings up a separate discussion where you have to think about it. The lines of indie game developers are kind of being blurred a little bit because indie games are taking off so big and so fast. Some of our mindsets are that indie developers are always small, and indie developers always, either give a game away for free, or the indie developer doesn't, is not evil per se, because they don't have to worry about all that corporate stuff. They don't have to worry about Mojang is publishing titles now. They publish Cobalt. So, yeah, EA is a publisher and a developer, and Activision is a publisher and developer. So they have the same characteristics as these big evil companies, but in the sense of the type of game they develop, it's got that indie feel to it. There's no eye gouging graphics that just make your eyes go imploded and you can see out the back of your head all of a sudden. That's what people think of when they think of studios that are not indie. That they focus on graphics and they focus on getting as many titles as possible. The whole rhythm game phenomena that Activision ran into the ground. That's what people think about as not being indie. Call of Duty is the poster child of not being indie. So it brings up that discussion. But I agree with Notch. I mean, they're still indie in the sense that, they focus on games that they want to play without a lot of external influence. They're probably not getting their palms greased with money, or not taking bribes, and bribing senators, and a lot of things you hear about these other big companies doing. But it sparks a little discussion. That's why I want to talk about it, even though what he says in the article is pretty obvious. That Mojang is not indie in the sense of how it used to be. Of course not, because Notch made $1 jillion. So check it out, guys. This is over on Escapist Magazine. They got the details about this. Notch says Mojang is no longer indie, but if you read through the article, yeah, it makes sense. Now let's talk about League of Legends. League of Legends. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I figured I should because this is pretty important, especially for those of you who've never played it or are looking to get into it. One of the things that made League of Legends attractive to new users is they had what we call bots. These are like computer control characters. These are AI characters that are generally kind of stupid, but they can be hard if you don't know what you're doing. And it made learning the game a little bit easier because you didn't have the pressure of laddering. You didn't have the pressure of people calling you stupid, because they will call you stupid if you're new. Like, you're stupid. Well, I just got the game 5 minutes ago, so you're still stupid. Put your stupid face back in your stupid hat, you stupid face, and then go lay in your stupid bed and have your stupid sleep, stupid man. I bet you have stupid dinner and drink stupid drinks. You're going to have a stupid wife and you're going to have stupid children, stupid. Pretty much what it's like when you play League of Legends on a ladder. So to kind of take off that edge, to kind of take off that intimidation factor, League of Legends has bots. And what they're going to do now is that they're going to actually update it, because they were a little bit surprised as to how much people played it, according to this article. So they're actually adding a lot more supported heroes, or a lot more supported characters, because they only had a set few before. They're adding a lot. They're adding, I think, 40. Yeah, they're enabling AI bots for 40 of the game champions. And they're actually going to add Dominion as well. They're going to add some more features to the game. Going to be a little bit more intelligent. But one of the things that they put in here is that the AI is not going to be jungling. And it's still kind of stupid, according to Riot. That, they're not going to tower dive as much, but they're still kind of stupid in the sense of AI versus humans. But I think a lot of us, I learned how to play it against bots. I would play with a couple of people in the community. We play against bots to learn the game. That really takes the edge off, because you don't know the abilities. You don't know the items to get. You don't know the quote unquote build order, if you will. What items should I get, and where should I do? What kind of role is this? What's the carry? What's the tank? What's this? What's that? You don't know these things if you're new to the genre. So playing against bots kind of helps you get practice with that without having to go to the light and being called stupid head. Stupid. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. They got the details over there about the terminal. Now, Steam is mobile. Steam is on my phone. Steam has gone mobile. Oh, such a happy occasion. No longer do I have to run to my computer during a Steam sale to see what's actually new and to actually purchase. I can do it from the comforts of my phone. I can be out picking carrots from the garden. And my phone will go boop, 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 and I'll go, oh? Oh? What do you mean Deus Ex is on sale for 68 cents? Oh. Purchase. I just bought 5 copies of Deus Ex. It's going to be a pretty good thing, guys. Steam Mobile is available, and it's going to be available on Android and iOS devices. It is in limited beta right now, so you kind of have to be invited to be enabled. But the application is free to download, and you can check it out. You can talk to your friends on Steam. You can buy games. You can browse the catalog, read the news. Pretty much a lot of the things you can do in the Steam client will be available to you on your mobile device. And I did get into the beta thanks to Creaky Doors. He sent me an invite to the beta. I don't know how to get an invite. Maybe it'll show up. If I get an invite, maybe we'll do a giveaway on the stream or something to give it to people. So check it out, guys. This is over on steampower.com/mobile. Get your Steam on your mobile device. And that concludes all the stories I have for tonight. We're going to move on to the user-submitted stories, where you guys submitted stories to Bwana.tv/forums.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at Bwana.tv/forums.
Okay, guys, we got some stories submitted by you. How are we doing on time? Ooh, that was long. That was 47 minutes worth of blah. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to the user submitted stories. What we do is that we have forums over here, guys. You didn't know that? Yeah, we got forums at Bwana.tv/forums. Sign up for our community today. And you can stop ringing, stupid phone. You can submit stories to our community and actually be a part of what we talk about. We talk about other stuff as well. Gaming, technology, general stuff. We post funny pictures and links that are family safe. And that's how we do it here at Game Chat Bwana. So check out the stories in the chat. You can follow along if you wish. We're going to move on to the first set of them now. First one is Imrindil. It's official, EverQuest goes free to play. Joining the many titles that have gone free to play, it's official, EverQuest is now free to play. And it's been a long time coming, because actually EverQuest 2 went free to play before this one. EverQuest has been around since some of you were born. I think we got some people here that are, no, you're not that young. We don't have people less than 12 years old. I think EverQuest was like around that time. Some of you might be. But you probably don't. Some of you probably were like 7 or 8 years old when EverQuest was big. And marriages were destroyed because of this game. It was a very addictive phenomena that swept the globe. And people still play it today. You would be surprised as to how many people still play EverQuest. So it will officially go free to play in March. That's when it launched in 1999 on his 13th birthday. 13th birthday. I am quite surprised that this game has withstood the test of time. It did go a graphical overhaul at one point, to get some kind of high-res graphics, because when it first came out, when you install EverQuest like bare, it's worse looking than Minecraft, basically. Minecraft ain't that bad looking, actually, but it's pretty bad by today's standards. And when people talk MMOs today, they're like, oh, the graphics have just got to be phenomenal, or I'm just not going to touch it.
Why bother messing with a game if the graphics are just terrible? I mean, graphics are everything in a video. Let me stop.
Check it out. Thanks for the story, Imran Dill. Appreciate it. Now we're going to move on to the next one. GWI exclusive new Guild Wars 2 PvP map screenshots. Gas PvP Guild Wars stuff. Let's see it. Sneak peek to the new PvP map beta players will be trying in February. That's blurry. Can't see anything. Okay, there's a banner. There's what? Okay, there's a path. Playing with my emotions. You can't see anything here. A view of a capture point in our new PvP map. It's like they just put on these blurry goggles and said, ooh, here's a peek at what's coming. It's all blurry. Oh. Oh. Need to come out with this game already. Blurry screenshots. Half-Life 3. Oh my goodness. There's 2 banners here. There are 2. Wait a minute. If you click through, it's high res.
Bwana, we've been trying to tell you that in the chat for about 16 hours now. If you just look at us and we tell you these things.
That looks better. Ooh. Ah. Oh, popping fresh dough. Let's look at this one. Hey, there are more banners there. These look pretty good. Very, mountainous. Some trees and stuff. I'm imagining you'll be jumping across these rocks or something. That's cool. Did I look at this one already? No. Red and blue banners there. Cool. Thanks for the link, Emeraldale, for some Guild Wars PvP maps. Look pretty good. Look pretty good. Thanks a lot, Emeraldale. Let's move on to the next one. And this is coming by way of Endless. Nintendo considering a new name for Wii U. Freaking Ling Ling. Chosen one. Nintendo considering new name for Wii U. Underwhelming reaction and concerns of customer confusion supposedly have the Mario Maker weighing his options for a rebranding before this year's E3. I wouldn't be surprised because remember the Nintendo Revolution? You guys remember that? Some of you might remember that. Nintendo Revolution, you remember that? Nintendo Revolution? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone? The Wii U will hit stores this coming holiday season. There's a chance that we call something else by launch date. What would you guys call it? What would you call it? I don't know. I would call it the Nintendo Hi. Welcome to E3, everyone. We here at Nintendo don't want to confuse you as a customer, so today we are rebranding the Wii U as Nintendo. How? Excuse me, Reggie, what was that? I know, right? It's pretty catchy. It's Nintendo. How? I don't know what to call it. Don't know what to call it. That's a tough job. You gotta admit, guys, that's a really, really tough job to come up with a name for a product. I mean, just think about it. When they were brainstorming the Xbox 360 and the original PlayStation brand, you know, or just the Xbox, I should say, the original Xbox brand. Right now, they're common things. They're you know, we talk about them. You know, we say Xbox, PS3, 360, whatever, Nintendo. But I gotta tell you guys, I really hated the name Wii, and I still hate it. But great story. Thanks for that. Endless. Don't know what we're gonna call it though, or what they're gonna call it. Next story is from Nicholas Funstuff. Skyrim 1.4 beta update hits Steam. Beta update? The first beta release of the Skyrim 1.4 patch for PC is now available. Updates for console games follow a very set time-consuming process. The studio creates an update taking all due care to ensure that it's fit for human consumption, but then must submit it to their Sony or Microsoft for certification to ensure that it's all copacetic and not going to break anything too terribly important. Once it's been checked over and given the green light, it finally goes out the door to the long-suffering players. But PC games are handled a little differently. Developers do what they do, and the gamers cross their fingers, grab their and jump in with both feet. Or not, as the case may be. The obvious upside is that things get done far. What's the freaking point? What's this beta? Does this sound like you log into Steam, account tab, check your beta participation options, select Skyrim beta from drop-down menu, and hit OK, and Skyrim will automatically update to the latest beta version. You gotta be brave, man. To take a beta version of a Bethesda game? You guys ever watch Flash Gordon? The old Flash Gordon, like from the 70s. And some of you weren't even born. All of you probably weren't born in the 70s. They had this trial where the guy, he stuck his hand in a rock, and there was like a bunch of deadly scorpions in there, and if his hand was not stung, he would live and be a man, but if he was stung, he'd die. And they're just like, and they gotta keep it in there. They can't just snatch it in and out. They're like, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. That's what opting into this beta is like. Except you're inserting your PC into a cave of death called Skyrim 1.4 beta. And if the dragons inside said cave choose to do so, they will decapitate your computer. They will nom upon your video card and melt your memory into piles of peanut juice. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. That's crazy talk, but that's just crazy. Woo, thanks for the story, Nicholas, though. I ain't doing that. Terraria goes retail in EU with collector edition on March 16th. Terraria goes retail in EU with collector's edition on March 16th. Despite selling over 1 million copies of Terraria, PC game buyers without any blah, 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 blah. It's also blah, 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 blah. So what they're going to do is they're going to sell a retail copy. You can buy it in the box. And the collector's edition is going to run €20 when it arrives on March 16th. It will come packaged with an exclusive in-game item, a poster, a key ring, and trading cards. That's about $20 more than a digital copy costs on Steam right this minute. But does that contain an adorable little pickaxe keychain? See after the break, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what's in here. You get a box copy. You get this poster. You get the little baby pickaxe. You could probably use that as a weapon. And you get some other stuff for doing that. I don't think I'd do that. That's cool and all, but you know what they should give you? You know what would probably make me get it? the soundtrack. Even though the soundtrack for Terraria wasn't all that great, if I see soundtrack in collector's edition, like I did for Final Fantasy 13-2, it's like I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it. Soundtrack, yeah, sure. Give it to me, right now. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. Thanks for the story, Nicholas. Yeah, fun stuff. C Mahaf has a story for us. Zynga shamelessly rips off indie hit Tiny Tower. I heard of Tiny Tower. And there's a link showing the full comparison. So let's bring that up. Zynga. Their latest iOS game, Dream Heights. I do have to. Oh my goodness. I have Tiny Tower. That looks exactly like Tiny Tower. Oh, you guys ever play this game? Back in the day, there was a game called Sim Tower, right? That I probably played way too much on my PC. It was basically a sim game, but you built a tower from nothing. And you would add shops, you would add condos, you would add elevators. You know, you had to manage people. And, you know, you hope Santa Claus came to your cast or your building, and you just let the thing run and you just simulate a tower. So Tiny Tower is kind of like that, but it's on a mobile device. And looking at this screenshot, that looks exactly like it. Huh. Both of these games are free, so I might actually download the Zynga one and just compare them. But let's read the story. Nimblebit's Ian Marsh has taken to Twitter with an image that perfectly exhibits just how shamelessly the inspiration is for the new free-to-play title of theirs, with side-by-side screenshots and a hefty amount of trademark Nimblebit snark. Dear Zynga, protected, do not copy. All 2,789 of you, we noticed you're about to launch a new iPhone game called Dream Heights. Congratulations. So let's look at these comparisons here. Oh, that's big. Wow. He says, good luck with your game. We are looking forward to inspiring you with all future games. Oh, man. They even have, wow, it looks like the same exact controls. Look at this. Oh, man. This. I got to post this in the chat in case you guys want to see this. Check that out, man. That is crazy. And there's only 3 people add Nimblebit. That, I mean, they're exactly the same. Look at this. There's little to no differences at all. Just names of floors. Wow. It's pretty bad, pretty bad. Shame on you, Zynga. Being derps. You derpity derp derps. Thanks for that, C.5. It's kind of discouraging. Okay, PS3 versions of GTA 3 and Vice City rated by the ESRB. What? What is this? Trying to figure out why this is news. Because they're old? The Grand Theft Auto series has been one of the most influential franchises. Have been rated by Grand Theft Auto 4. So why hasn't the ESRB rated San Andreas? Okay, I don't follow. Sorry, Tech. I don't follow. Moving on, Saram, Sins of a Solar Empire, Rebellion details leaked. Okay, first major details and screenshots of Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. I haven't seen much of this yet. 2008. This is going to be. A sequel, I'm thinking, to that first one. Oh, it's a standalone expansion that adds new ships, new sub-factions, new gameplay modes, and a graphical update. So the lots of things. Pretty long interview. Okay. Thanks for the story, Sarams. Madden 12 picks Giants as Super Bowl winners. Yeah, they always do this. They play the Super Bowl in John Madden to see who wins in the simulation. And I am rooting for the Giants, so hopefully this will be correct. Sorry, Patriot fans. I like the Giants more than I like the Patriots, so going to be rooting for them. That's going to be this coming Sunday for the Super Bowl. Those of you who are interested in watching that game. A lot of you just watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials. All right, moving on. Guy 19900. Let's see if there's more after him. Guy 19900 has posted a link. Oh, there's actually a couple more. All right. The average gamer is probably going to hate BioShock Infinite's 1999 mode. And this is the old school mode. I think what they're going to do is they're going to make it a lot more less forgiving. Let's see. Standard modes are crafted with today's more relaxed game in mind. Health and ammo are relatively easy to find. Resurrection is a regular occurrence, and selecting one skill over other won't necessarily cripple you. He says they're going to hate this mode. That's okay. It's not for them. Oh, that's Dr. Evil moment right there. Who is exactly 1999 for? For one, is for the student that approached the creative director, blah, 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 blah. Speaking that none of the choices in BioShock seem to have any real permanence. Those of you who played games in the early days know what this is all about. This is where, if you play games like Myst and those really old school games, you guys don't know what rage is, because you would spend hours and days working on a particular game save, and you would make a stupid mistake 50 hours back, and you'd be like, oh crap, why did I do that? Oh, now I gotta go back. Now I gotta go back and I gotta do the whole thing over. Oh. And there was these really other harsh games where you didn't even have the option of going back. You'd have to start the whole game over. But today we got, some of the early ID games, even the id games, you would have very limited ammo. You would have to be very, very, especially if you played the hard modes, you would have to not miss or you'd run out of ammo. Health was real scarce. It's just the games were a lot less forgiving. They were a lot more challenging. And I guess that's what this mode is going for. So it's just kind of intriguing. I think we're going to have a lot of people stream this, probably post YouTube videos of BioShock 1999, no death mode, no death run, and all these kind of things. Thanks for the link, Guy. Okay, next story from FishTwit. First screenshot of the Amazing Spider-Man is pretty boring. Yeah, that's pretty boring. Okay. Thanks for that, Fish Twit. Rajami, Sony in no rush to reveal PlayStation 4. No rush to reveal PlayStation 4. We will probably be the last to announce something. I like that quote. We will probably be the last to announce something. Sony France CEO Philippe Cardone explains that the company is in no rush to reveal its plans for the PS4, and the situation is different from that of its competitors. The Wii is under time pressure because it's in decline. I agree with that. As far as we're concerned, we're under a lot less pressure. We were the last to release the PS3. We will probably be the last to announce something. That is logical, Captain. This falls in line with comments Sony Consumer Products Chief Kaz Harai, who said that no PS4 announcement will be coming in E3. Microsoft says the next Xbox won't be coming in 2012. I read that in another place. So yeah, I agree that the Wii is under pressure. They are in decline. Wii sales have plummeted. They're pretty much being sustained by 3DS sales now, which is why they lost so much money last 4 quarters, last year pretty much. So thanks for the link. And the biggest shooters of 2012. The biggest shooters of 2012. Let's see. Is there a list or do I have to look for all the links? All right, I got to look for all the links. Spec Ops The Line, Far Cry 3. What was he saying in that I'm trying to remember that Far Cry 3. He's like, you want to know the definition of insanity? I forgot what he said. It was something along those lines. He just kept saying that. That was funny. Prey 2, Max Payne 3, Brother in Arms, Furious 4, The Darkness 2, Borderlands 2, which I'm looking forward to, Bioshock Infinite, another one, Counter-Strike Go, and Nexuiz. Never heard of that one. Based on the old Quake mod, Nexuiz takes 4-on-4 team deathmatch to the downloadable marketplace and brings fast-paced arena combat to consoles and PC. Okay. Syndicate, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I'm looking forward to that one. Aliens, Colonial Marines. I was going to say Colonel. Binary Domain, Inversion. Dust 514. Yep. Starhawk. Well, I've been playing that. You guys probably... I think the Uncharted 3 gets to play it starting today or tomorrow. Firefall, Tribes of Sin. 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 Yeah, there's other games on here. PlanetSide 2, Super Elite V2, Sniper. Tribes of Sin. Tribes of Sin. Tribes of Sin. Halo 4 is in here, but Tribes of Sin. Tribes of Sin. Tribes. Yeah, that's Tribes of Sin. Tribes of Sin. Tribes of Sin. Thanks for the Tribes of Sin, Tribes of Sin. And I think that concludes all of our stories. You guys know what time it is? You know what time it is, boy? Nope. Do you know what time it is? It's title time. This is where you guys come up with the snazziest titles to just make the show pop. People look at it on YouTube and then we got, oh my goodness, that's the best title I've ever seen. So we're going to go for these accolades. Let's do it. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Okay, let's see. First title is Lego My Minecraft. That Fish Twit. Ace Attorney 5 says Objection. Game Chat with Bwana is back. Pac-Man, Nums, Megaman, and Street Fighter X, Tekken. LOL flies the co-op, or League of Legends flies the co-op. Stalker 2 stalks out of 2012. Wii U now called Nintendo, we don't know. Oh, giggle. Let's see. Everything, electrifying character in DLC. We named the dog Mojang. Nintendo, more like Nintendo. Stalker in need of hats. Good for you, Pancreas. Gooder Stalker coming out. Blizzcon is stuck in a blizzard. We'll probably be the last to announce this. No more used games for the new Xbox. That's Terrariable. Wow, you actually made a word out of that. Low-res screenshots must be Half-Life 3. I can now Steam out of my wallet on the go. Mega Pack Tekken Street. The death of headphone users. Ace Attorney, Pet Detective. Minecraft Legos Blockception. Lego My Tiny Tower, Zynga. Rise up, my League of Legends. More updates are coming. Don't cross Tekken X. Oops, I waved my card to Wii U. I spent $500. Final Fantasy 13-2. Hats off, folks. Nintendo copied Sony, who copied Microsoft, who copied Nintendo that other time. That one time. NCSoft sues TERA. Objection! No con in the Blizz house. No con in the Blizz house. I can now say, yes, Minecraft is in the form of a Lego. Mojang Indie, not out. Objection. The war against TERA. Thanks for Tribes of Sin, Tribes of Sin. Final Fantasy 13 hats, gotta get them all. Nintendo, make everything easier, including theft. TERA Infirma. Objection, Blizzard is playing with Minecraft Legos. Wow, look at all these titles. BlizzCon just got a meltdown. We'll probably be the last to announce this. Stealing is a terrible crime. Terrible crime. I see what you did there. Tribes of Sin, officially best upcoming shooter. You can Lego while you Lego. Stupid noobs are stupid. It's Legoception. The ever-rising Steam. No Wii U for you. Final Fantasy EverQuest Age 2. Mojang is any Zindig wants to be. And Blurry, the new high-res. Woo, look at all these titles. All right, I got to pick some candidates. So let's see here. I saw about 40 good titles. So I got to whittle that down to a few. Let's see how many we're going to do here. All right. All right. We're going to have a lot of time. I think we're going to... Oh, let me shut up. Wow, so many good ones. All right, there was one more that really stood out. All right, I lost it. I lost the title that stood out. I apologize. Well, I'm sorry if the music was too loud, guys. I'm still working on my setup here. Huh. I lost it. Okay, let's get the other backup. Which is down here at the bottom. Oh, man. All right, maybe I'll just go with these three. Because I'm having trouble deciding. I think you guys are going to. All right, we're going to go over 3 titles. 3 titles. 3 titles. And here we go. First title is that one. Second title is that one. And third title is that one. So you guys know what to do, right? You guys know what to do? When BJor starts the voting, you type the number that you want to vote for. Number 1, Lego My Minecraft. Number 2, WiiU, now called the Nintendo We Don't Know. And Final Fantasy 13-2. Hats off, folks. Let's go. Them votes. 10 more seconds. Has been stopped, and the results are the winner is number 2, the Wii U, now called the Nintendo We Don't Know. Congratulations to Nicholas Fun Stuff. You have won title time, Nicholas. But you know what? Here at Game Chat with Bwana, we don't have prizes. We don't have physical things that we give you. We have what's called bragging rights. Those bragging rights are just so precious because they last an entire week, 7 days of bragging rights. You can go out, hop out, go to your school, go to your playground, go to your hangout spot and go. And people just look at you, but there's something about him. There's just something going on with this guy. There's something. Must be title time accolades. And you go, yes! I didn't have to say a word because title time accolades just show for themselves. I'll stand here looking at the sky and you'll go, wow, that guy's special. Because he provided a title for Game Chat with Bwana using his own brain. Congratulations, Nicholas Fun Stuff. You win. Title time, Game Chat with Bwana. And that concludes Game Chat 1 episode 45. I want to thank everybody for coming by. We're here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana every Monday night. We do this at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can come on by, join the live chat, watch me do this thing live, watch me make all the mistakes, watch me act goofy. And, if you don't want to catch it on YouTube at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/IOBuffer, you can come and watch me live. That's what some people do. They don't watch the recordings. They just come and watch it live. Or, some people like to watch it live and then watch the recording to go back to those moments, those particular moments. Check me out, guys. I am here over at twitch.tv/Bwana. You can come over to my live stream at live.bwana.tv. I also stream games here. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Bwana or twitter.com/Bwana live if you wish to be notified when I go live. Follow me on Google Plus at G+2, G+.2/Bwana. That is I don't use Facebook. I use Google Plus for a lot of things. And, yeah. Also, consider becoming a premium subscriber over here in our community. I was going to say Twitch, but it's part of our community. You can become a premium subscriber. And you pay $5 a month and you get a whole bunch of benefits. You get Minecraft VIP access. You get no ads on the forum. You get no ads on Twitch. you get a nice cake icon next to your name in the chat. And we're going to be adding things in the future. And you're eligible for our monthly giveaways that we have, where we give away a $60 value game to all of our premium subscribers. So I want to thank all the people who are supporting me, who are currently premium members. You guys are just awesome. Just awesome, and I appreciate that. All right, guys, that concludes episode 45 of Game Chat with Bwana. This is a pretty long one. We had a lot of stuff to make up for. I apologize for last week, and I may not be doing a show next week because I will be busy. But please follow me on twitter.com/Bwana. Out of my control. So we will see if I'm going to be doing the show next week. All right, guys, take care. Have a great night, great afternoon. If you're going to be playing Final Fantasy 13-2, have fun with that. If you're going to be playing Soul Calibur 5, have fun with that. Otherwise, have fun with whatever you're going to play. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.